Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our next guest speaker, Sheikh Mohammed. Assalamu alaikum, Durani Saab. Nice to see you again, as usual. Uh, so, let me give a quick introduction of Sheikh Mohammed. He's talking on overview of artificial intelligence and future for organizations. Sheikh Mohammed is the founder and researcher behind Zero UI Technologies, where he is building governance first AI infrastructure for real world software and business workflows. His work sits at the intersection of agentic AI, release governance, infrastructure architecture, human AI collaboration, and accountable automation. I think I would like to hear more from you, Sheikh Mohammed, and then the topic. Over to you. Yeah, please
Sure,
take it forward.
sure. Thank you very much, Abdul sir, for giving me this opportunity. Let me share my screen. So the interesting part is there is no PPT. So I stopped creating PPTs these days for my
Mhm.
talks. So I am experimenting with notepads, just typing the text what I wanted, because
Mhm.
what is happening is in many of these sessions, right? And when you go for a talk, you get so many things from the speaker, and tangible outcomes for the audience or less than 10%. So this is what my 30 years of experience giving different, talking on different topics. So I decided that, okay, I'm going to pick only one topic for today, and I'm going to make it very simple and to very crispy and very pragmatic, and where the audience can take away these learnings, okay, and my experience through this talk, and then probably they experiment with their own organizations. If you are a consultant, maybe with your consulting companies, your clients, or if you are working for your own company, maybe experimenting, having a conversation with your leadership. This may help. Okay, so I want to start with, let me share my notepad. Where is my notepad? Still not share window. Oh yes, there we go. So, hello everyone, happy evening. I'll start from where Arindam has stopped, right? So when Abdul sir asked Arindam that, right, how do the organizations start? Where do they start AI into there, right? I mean, he said pick one use case or use, one problem area, and then take it from there, do some experiments and see the results, and then cross pollinate across the organization. So I'll pick from there, okay? And then, the theme of my talk is how can we make our organization self-explaining, okay? This is a very powerful, concept in the AI world, okay? So how can we make our organizations speak themselves? Okay, so this is very interesting and close to my heart, and this is my favorite area where I do a lot of my AI research around that. Okay, so and I'm going to focus today, as suggested by Abdul sir, that I'll be focusing on manufacturing company. Okay, preferably assembly manufacturing, like tier one auto manufacturer. So that's the thing which I'm going to focus on for today. And for the next 30 minutes, I don't want you to be audience. I want you to be a leadership team of an automotive manufacturing company, because we're going to discuss the practical crisis, and how can AI can help those organizations in creating the self-explaining organizations. The crisis is your largest customer has increased tomorrow's requirements by 20%. Okay, and potential penalties. I'm talking in the Indian context. I hope that all the audience are Indians. Um, I'm going with that assumption. So 25 lakh rupees is what potential penalty if I don't meet that requirement. Now the situation is totally different. What should the company do? Should we pay per premium freight? Should we move approved stock from another plant? Should we change the production sequence? Right? There are so many options are there. Now we make choices. Okay? But the challenge is we are deciding without complete context. We do not yet know the availability quantity at the other plant. When I say we don't know yet, meaning that all these dots at one place, okay, not that they don't have this information. And these are information. There are silos are there in the tier one manufacturing organization. What we are talking about. So the availability of we don't know the available quantity. We don't know the transport time. We don't know the quality risk. We don't know the customer priority, overtime capacity, financial approval limits, blah blah blah. All these things. But still, we make choice. Okay, we decide without complete context. You see here, this is what the thing is. We make choices with half baked information. Okay, may not be the entire the information what we need, as I said at the beginning. So organizations do this every day, not because they lack data. The data already exists. They are spending millions of dollars on building systems like SAP and you name it, the ERP systems. The companies spend millions. Okay, so the data already exists. Sales knows the demand, planning knows the shortage, quality knows the risk, logistics knows the transport options, finance knows the cost, but nobody immediately sees the complete situation. Now, how do we address this problem? Okay, either we need to have some system which does all these things, right? So to achieve this one, to my knowledge, there will be number of phone calls, number of meetings, okay, overnight, crisis management, and all that chaos goes into this whole, the situation which I have just explained, which is a typical situation in many of the manufacturing companies. Now, how can we solve this problem with AI? Okay, I'll just throw my perspective of AI definition. Of course, the previous speakers have defined AI much better than me, but I'll put it in a simple terms to this context. AI organization, it can see, it can understand, it can decide, it can act, and it can prove. Okay, so these are the things, capabilities the AI organizations need to build as organizational muscles. Okay, so my forecast is that the organizations need to be self-explaining organizations. Okay, so that's a very, very important thing to be. Okay, so now what do I mean by explanatory organizations? Okay, so let's I'll go back to the same analogy of a production manager. Okay, So production manager sitting in front of his desk. Okay. Then just give me a minute.
We can see the notepad, Mohammed
Yes,
ji,
yes, I'm going to
but
bring it.
it's
I'm going to
blank.
bring
Yeah.
it. Just give me a minute.
Mm.
So one plant manager, okay, now is asking the system, okay, um, can you see the,
Yeah.
yeah?
Yes.
So the plant manager is asking the system, the AI system, which is self-explanatory, will we meet tomorrow's delivery? Now the system talks to all the disparate the silos, underlying systems, okay, and then it does all the computations, analysis, and it brings back you the answer to this question. So here, what is happening is now you're talking to the organization semantically. Wow, this is powerful. You don't have to be even AI expert or even you just need to know what question I need to ask. That's it. Okay, and then you get the answer from the organization, sorry, from the AI system, and then it gives you all that whatever it is explained based on the underlying system. Okay, then the plant manager may ask the second question. Okay, so the answer to this question, the AI system may say that something like this. Okay, 120 assemblies are at risk. The supplier's batch was placed. Okay, I'll increase the font size so that the people can read it much better. 36. Okay. Um, okay, and then the response is 120, sorry, 1200 assemblies are at risk. The supplier batch was placed on quality hold at 10:15 a.m. Current approved stock supply is 6 hours of production. Customer orders 7821, 7824, 7830 are affected. Wow. This is I mean, the next question the plant manager asks, okay, okay, now I got the picture, big picture. Okay, now I am going to ask the question, what are my options? Okay, you give me the picture, big picture, which I don't have to talk to the different systems which is there in the company. You gave me the summary of my, I mean, answer to my question. Now my next question is, what are my options? Okay, now your system may give you like for example something like this. Option 1, inspect the held batch using an accelerated inspection plan. Transfer approved stock from plan 2, change the production sequence. Boom. I'm just giving you hypothetical, I mean, situations. Okay, some of the things may be practically possible or not. I don't know, but these are the most appropriate responses I have just collated and I have put it over there. Now you have the options. Okay, so I'll go back again. So I asked as a plant manager, will we meet delivery tomorrow? Tomorrow's delivery. Then the system gives you the response. And then my next question is, what are my options? The system gives me the options. Now my third question is, okay, my as a plant manager, again, I'm not ready to make the decision. Now I'm asking system, okay, what do you recommend? See the conversation here? it's really powerful, and this is happening in real time, and within 5 to 10 minutes you are going to make the final decision. This is incredible. Okay, so this is what the future of AI. One of the use case, in continuation of what Arindam was explaining, right? I mean, what are the different use cases we can pick. So this I feel like this is going to be featured. Okay, now what are the recommendations it can come? Hypothetically, I'm going to put two recommendations over here. Um, I recommend transferring stock from plant 2 and changing the production sequence. This provides the highest probability of protecting both customer deliveries. Okay, this is a recommendation. Okay, now it's not making the decision never. We should not allow AI to make the decision. Okay, so that is what Arindam was emphasizing on, the AI governance. Okay, governance has to be there on top of your AI, no matter what sophisticated AI systems you are using or you are building, doesn't matter, but you still need to have the governance layer. Okay, that means that AI systems cannot take the decisions. So human in the loop. Now I got the recommendation. Now my next question is, okay, as a plant manager, I'm asking again, can you execute it? See, I'm going back again, the sequence of questions I have asked. Will we meet tomorrow's delivery? Then I got the response. What are my options? Then I got the response. What do you recommend? I got the recommendation. Now I'm asking, can you execute it? Now the system is responding that, okay, these are the two things it is giving me options. I can prepare the stock transfer proposal and revise production sequence. I cannot release the transfer because the additional logistic cost exceeds 1 lakh rupees, hypothetically. Wow. Now I got some more data to make my ultimate decision. Okay. Now my next question is, okay, you gave me, you have answered my 3, 4 questions so far. Now I'm asking as a plant manager to my self-explaining organizational system. Okay, like that is that, can you explain your recommendation? Okay, you give me all the data. Now rationalize what you are saying. Okay, so then the answer is, so it may say that, okay, something like this. Yes, the recommendation is based on current SAP inventory, MES consumption rate, quality system batch status. Now it is telling all the subsystems, it has pulled the data to give you the recommendation. In simple English, semantically, the entire conversation is happening in simple English. Okay, so the next question, okay, what the plant manager asks is, can I stop the process? Okay, so the plant manager says, can I stop the process? Then the AI says, or the system may say that, yes, nothing has been executed. You may approve, reject, modify, or request another option. See, that's how the conversation is. Future organizations leveraging AI systems based on the existing siloed systems, which can help you right from the CXO level to the ground level. Floor managers, they can talk to the system semantically, which which gives them enormous power, and the decision making which is based on evidence, okay, and which helps you to build the governance, okay. This is phenomenal, okay. So this is not simply a person talking to a chatbot. No, this you are talking to the system which is sitting on the other systems. This is not a chatbot. Okay, this is an intelligent system. Chatbot is totally different. Because of the lack of time, I may not go into the details, but we cannot compare this system with the chatbot. Chatbot is totally different. Okay, so and humans really like talking to the system. I mean, the moment you you know that you can talk to the system, that really creates an emotional bonding, and then it creates some kind of a bond between you and the systems, and where you can build confidence on the systems based on, because your systems are talking to you in simple English based on the evidence. That's awesome. Okay, so even though the AI conversational layer, right, is giving you the answer, but the answer belongs to the organization. Okay, it's facts, it's processes, it's rules, it's authority, it's evidence. These are the things which are underlying below the your conversational layer. Okay, so now you are as like the example which I gave you, right, the crisis, and then as a production manager, I gave you the all the example right from there to the now. Okay, so but the system is talking to you, okay, but in reality the underlying the mechanics is that the system is talking to the systems inside, which I listed above, right? SAP, MES. So there are many systems are there which it is talking to the uh, underlying, I mean, systems as well. So now I'm going to give you the what is the AI authority ladder. Okay, I'm going to explain this of the conversational layer. What is that? The conversational, I mean, the ladder. Okay, level one, inform me, okay, which we ask the question, okay, that can we meet tomorrow's our, I mean, production goal or target. Then that was the level one. Level two, give me the recommendation. Third one, prepare for me, okay. Then act with my approval. My approval is very, very important here. Okay, I'm not asking you to go and okay, you go and do whatever you feel the best now. The human intervention, the governance is always a must in AI systems, and act within approved limits. Okay, so these are the levels where you define the your conversation layer within the organization. So the AI maturity of an organization is also defined in a simple terms. Okay, let me put it over here. AI maturity is equivalent to intelligence, controlled authority, and probable action. And this is what AI maturity of an organization is going to be in future. Okay, as I said, this this topic is my forecast. Okay, there is no organization right now as we speak which has these capabilities, but I am sure that this is going to be the future.
Next.
Okay, companies are going to be like this. Okay, then has this future already started? Now the question you may ask, only partially. Like for example, Mercedes-Benz, um, then Siemens, then few more companies have partially implemented this kind of conversational layer where they can talk to the disparate systems, and then which gives them, which makes their organization self-explanatory organizations. Um, these examples show the market is already progressing strongly in three areas. Can you see? Can you understand? Can you explain? See these questions which we already asked in the beginning in the example walkthrough. Can you see? Can you see the data? When you say, can you see? We're talking about the data here, right? That's what in the previous talk also Abdullah and Arindam have emphasized on the data. Unless you have the data layer, no matter what smart AI layer you have built on top of this, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, so can you see? Can you understand? Can you explain? Wow, these are absolutely very powerful aspects of a progressing these areas where the organizations are looking at. The market is still developing, and the more capabilities are yet to come, like can you obey? Can you prove? Can a human stop you? Okay, this is where the next generation of organizational innovation will happen. This is my forecast based on my experience and my research. And lastly, before I'm almost there to end, AI will not change individual jobs. It will change the design of the work. This is what we all need to understand. AI will not change individual jobs. It will change the design of work. The example I gave, right, as a production manager, earlier I was same scenario. I was having probably I may have 4 or 5 calls with these guys, this team, reports, phone calls, compiling this data. Still, I am doing all that stuff. Now, in the new world, I don't do all that stuff. The outcome is same in the old world and in the new world. Okay, so the design of work is changing in the AI world. So AI changes how information is found, how decisions are prepared, how authority is delegated, and then how actions are proved. That is governance, which goes back to what Arindam was emphasizing. So, what AI changes basically how information is found in a semantic way, where you can talk like anyone, any human being, not in technical terms, not clicking or not selecting drop down list and then entering date from date to date, blah blah blah, all that stuff. Nah, it's going to be semantic, where you can speak in maybe in the language, like let's say you are a German, maybe you can speak in German, and the system will give you the response. And if you are a French, maybe you speak in the French, I mean, and you get likewise. That's how information is found, how decisions are prepared, how authority is delegated, how actions are proved. So ultimately, what is that? I mean, the organization is going to benefit. Employees may spend less time searching for information, combining reports, preparing, I mean, repetitive summaries, following up for status, all that stuff gone. Now they spend more time verifying conclusions, handling exceptions, making judgments, managing risk, improving the processes. Wow. See, from there to here, searching the information, combining the reports, preparing repetitive summaries, following for the status. From there, you are coming into a different space wherein you are verifying the conclusions, handling exceptions, making judgments, managing risk, improving the process. This is truly an amazing, vision companies can envision to create the learning organizations. Okay, but there is a biggest obstacle here. As I said, we talked about bad data, old technology, lack of AI talent. These are some of the biggest obstacles to achieve this particular vision. Okay, um, so um, so you need to be very clear on where to apply these things. So, for example, let's implement AI everywhere. Nah, that's going to be. Start with one decision, one owner, one trusted data set, one approval boundary, one measurable outcome. That's it. Okay, like the use case we took, right? Take that one, build the capabilities, make it semantic, that layer, and then see the results, and then boom. So you do not start by asking where can we install AI. Nah, you should ask the question as an organization: where are we losing time, comma, intelligence, or trust? Three things: time, intelligence, and trust. These are the three things. Where are we losing as an organization? So you need to ask this question, and you are smart enough to figure out the response to this question. And then that will help you to start your AI journey. Okay. So again, as a closing remark, the winning organization sees early, understanding deeply, decides intelligently, acts responsibly, proves what it did. The future will not belong to the organization that simply purchased AI. Nah, it will belong to organizations that redesign themselves around intelligence while preserving human judgment, authority, accountability, and trust. That is going to be the future. So, with that note, I let me stop here and then see if there are any questions. I'm happy to take. And before that, I want to thank Abdul sir for giving me this opportunity. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Uh, Actually, you gave all the answers. Now it is the turn to formulate questions for the individuals. Okay, so it's very interesting. You said that to be scenario, how does that AI make organizations speak? So I think it's very interesting, encouraging, and also it's challenging. So now organization will talk to anybody as a unit, as a person, okay, and then all the things, processes, the data, people, everything gets aligned to function as a single unit. That's amazing. That's amazing. As you said, it's a long journey. There are many things we need to prepare for that. It's about the data, it's about skills, it's about people. Yeah. So eventually it will come. There is no question about it. So who comes first and who comes next is something debatable, but eventually it will come there. I liked one point where you talk about the people jobs. I agree with that, but I would like to add one more point. Is my observation is uh, mediocre skills does not help going forward. Okay, so you need to really upgrade skills. Everybody in the organization, in at all levels. I think that's the competitiveness of the organization will improve or it's increase. So thereby everybody in the organization have to improve. Okay, so jobs will not go anywhere, but the quality have to improve. Those who don't want to improve, then it will be a big problem for them. Okay,
Yeah,
that is
exactly.
something, that is a
Absolutely.
skill. Yeah, like we don't know how to use smartphones earlier, so everybody adopted it. Likewise, AI has to be adopted by everybody
Absolutely.
in a different levels based on their need.
Yeah. So,
This is
so the
something.
metaphor I use for this is, let's say, 6 months from now, a radiologist, okay, two radiologists, one radiologist without AI background and another radiologist with AI background. And it's very obvious that who can survive. Okay, so this is where, I mean, whenever I give a talk on AI, people talk about, oh, are we going to lose the jobs and all? No, you're not going to lose unless you don't change.
You don't change.
You
Yeah,
need to be AI compatible.
compatible
Okay,
and then adopt.
and then adopt that one, and you will be a superstar. Okay,
Yeah,
so that's what how
yeah,
I advise people that don't worry about losing job. First of all, try to build your AI capabilities. And the same applies to the organizations.
yes, yes.
Okay, the use case which I took, right? I mean,
Hmm.
the same thing applies to organizations. If organization don't change, then they are going to
They have
perish.
a problem. I think, yeah, that's a big challenge. I think everybody understand it now. How they react, how they invest uh, is something which you have to see it. Great. Any final? I know. The question I have is, uh, what is it take to achieve that level? But maybe some other time you need to tell us that to achieve that organization, speaking organization. So what is it takes? Okay, for a typical organization. Maybe some other session we
Sure,
need to talk about that. What are the components
sure,
and how do they work together? And then how to achieve that end game. Maybe another
sure.
webinar or
Definitely.
workship, we will have it. It's a good
Yes,
topic for
definitely.
next.
I love it.
Okay,
I love
maybe
it.
we'll have a talk show on that. Maybe
Yes,
Anidam, you, me,
sure,
and maybe other senior
sure.
people will have. Thank you, Sheikh Muhammad. Sheikh Muhammad is one of the best researcher in AI what I have come across recently. So I wish your venture Zero UI to be successful,
Thank you.
and
Thank
I would want to see that more active as soon as
sure,
possible, and
sure,
look forward for your success.
sure, sir.
Okay,
Sure.
Sheikh Muhammad, thank you very
Thank you.
much, and have a great time. Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.